You're watching news here on the Rise News. The caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee of the All Progressive Congress has thanked the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, for its guidance in resolving a leadership challenge in the party. In a statement on Tuesday by the National Secretary of the Caretaker Committee, Akan Okon, the APC says there is no leadership crisis in the ruling party and that the Yobe State Governor, Mai Malabuni, remains the national chairman of the Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee of the party. According to the statement, all decisions taken in the absence of Buni were done in an active or proxy capacity, and neither the chairman nor the secretary of the party's Caretaker Committee was removed from office. This is the first statement to be issued by Akan Okon since the 7th of March, when Niger State Governor Abubakar Sani Bello took over the leadership of the APC in what many observers described as an ouster of Buni. But INEC, while reacting to the party's notice signed by Bello and all the party chiefs to hold a National Executive Committee meeting, had said that the notice breached regulations as it was not signed by the Caretaker Committee chairman and secretary. Now, the crisis rocking Akwa-Ibom State chapter of the People's Democratic Party may not end anytime soon. That's because more party chieftains are opposing the state governor, Udom Emmanuel, over his public endorsement of a successor. Sources say that the PDP in the South-South state is gradually being divided into two factions ahead of the 2023 general election. Joining us now to speak on the deepening crisis in the state, talking about Akwa-Ibom State and the chapter of the People's Democratic Party, is Akan Okon, who on Monday announced his resignation as the Commissioner for Economic Development. I want to say thank you very much for joining us here on Newsday today.
Thank you for having me.
Please, can you just state for the record why you decided to pull away from the government of Udom Emmanuel at this critical time as we approach 2023?
Thank you very much. I joined the Akwa-Ibom State government in 2013 under His Excellency Dr. Akwa-Ibom as the Commissioner for Economic Development, and was seconded to the Minister of Finance. And I served at the end of that administration. And when His Excellency Governor Udom Emmanuel won the election, I was reappointed to that office. And I've served in several ministries: Minister of Economic Development, Housing, Special Duties, Aviation, Ibom Seaport, and many other ones. And I want to say that after serving the government for 8 years, I've gathered enough experience which will enable me be in a position to lead our people. In fact, it has been a training program, and I want to thank His Excellency Governor Udom Emmanuel for allowing God to use him to train me and prepare me for leadership position in the state. The reason why I resigned was to enable me contest the 2023 governorship election in Akwa-Ibom State.
But we understand that the governor has endorsed Udom Emmanuel as a successor, and there are fears within the party that there won't be a level playing field for other contestants. What do you have to say about this?
Well, it is the right of the governor to have a preferred candidate. That doesn't take away that we are going to have an election. I want to say that in the affairs of any man or man, it is God that has the final say. So we will have an election.
And what do you make of the politics and the reports of the actions of the Akwa-Ibom State PDP? What do you make of the situation?
Well, I like to say that as a party, we are we are together, and that, like you've heard the chairman of the party, the field is open to everyone, and that's why you have seen every other contestant has gone to the party office to consult the leadership of the party preparatory for the primary.
All right, some would say that the umpers in the People's Democratic Party might just open the way for your former boss talking about Governor of Akwa-Ibom to probably, he and his party, the APC, and those within his ranks there to probably rise back to power. Do you think that probably the issues within the PDP can be resolved to ensure that they keep power in that particular state?
Well, for me, I don't see any issue because just like I said, the governor among the various party members who are interested in contesting for the governorship said he prefers this one. But that doesn't take it away that there's going to be an election, a primaries that all the party people will come together and take a decision as to who becomes their candidate. So I don't think that is a problem. PDP is rooted in Akwa-Ibom State. In fact, the saying here is that Akwa-Ibom State is PDP and PDP is Akwa-Ibom State.
Well, you seem to be downplaying the reports, of fighting, division, and we are hearing reports of factions within the PDP in Akwa-Ibom State concerning the issue of who succeeds the governor in 2023. Are you telling us categorically that there's no division within the party in Akwa-Ibom State?
I like to say that there is no division. We're all going for election. You have different aspirant people that have shown interest, and they are moving around campaigning and talking to the people of Akwa-Ibom State preparatory for the primary. So people being, preparing themselves and aspiring to contest for the primary doesn't show that there's a division in the party. The party is still together.
Former Akwa-Ibom State Commissioner for Economic Development, Akan Okon, thank you so much for joining the program this afternoon, and all the best of luck with your candidacy.